I want to shit.
Enter the bed. Were you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm not fine. I don't know. So this is 11:51 p.m.
11:51 p.m.
and we are waiting for baby to come.
Oh, this midnight though.
We're going through intense labor pain. We started today around 6 o'clock a.m. And right now I'm in active labor. Big labor is coming every five minutes, and it's not funny. It's not funny at all. A day in my life that I will never forget, and forever I will remain grateful to God of how He was able to pull me through,
Are you
because I
serious?
went through hell and came out of it, and forever I will remain grateful because I didn't know I was
Sorry,
strong
babe.
enough to pull this through. When someone told me if I know how
Back
labor
pain, abi?
pains feels like, when they kept describing how labor pains felt, I didn't understand until I experienced one. I started experiencing contraction pains on Saturday, and these pains continued till Thursday, but it wasn't very serious till Thursday morning by 6 a.m. That is when the pains intensified, and I didn't know how to describe the pain, but I know it was so unbearable. It was as if I was in hell, because nothing I could do could take or relieve the pain. No position, nothing I did, lay down, stood up, could stop the pains from going. And that is when I knew that it was time and baby was ready to come out. And I couldn't wait any longer. I had to tell my husband that we need to go to the hospital because these pains were unbearable. And before we know it, he started packing up to go to the hospital. He started getting things ready. My husband was already very excited because obviously he wanted to see his little one. For me, I was just committing everything in the hands of God because I didn't know how it would turn out. I don't know how it would be like, because this was my first time ever, and I was so scared. Seriously, I didn't need anybody to tell me that I needed the backing of God, because I knew that what I was about to go into, many women have faced it and many have not come out victorious. People have died in the process, and I was so scared because this was my first time going into this, and all I kept praying to God was, God, show me mercy. God, show me mercy. I was scared, but at the same time, I was excited. I knew one thing, that in order to survive this, I have to put up a positive mindset. So right here, we're all ready to go to the hospital because the pains were so unbearable that I couldn't stand it any longer. And I know that I had to go to the hospital to know what was going on. So we're preparing to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Forget everything. Oh, I was not myself. So when we got to the hospital, I the pains reduced at this moment, and I was like, this kind of thing, that this pain that reduced, that's why I could even smile. This pain that reduced as we came to the hospital. Imagine me feeling talking. I was like, we are in the hospital. In fact, many of the nurses didn't even know that this labor pains I was feeling was serious. They were just looking at me. But the first thing they told us to do was to bring our things, our hospital bag, and my husband had to unpack hospital things with my mother-in-law assisting him to bring the things up. And then they had to give us a room that we have to settle in, and this is the room we settled in. And then I got checked by the doctor, and they told me that I was just 1 centimeter
What did they say?
dilated.
What did they say? What was the result of what they did? 1 centimeter, abi? When I was telling you let's wait, you said let's rush. Oh yeah, now you go wait.
Just imagine, I was just only 1 centimeter dilated, and I was feeling pains like this. So 1 centimeter pain felt this way. So what if I was just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeter dilated? How would the pains be like? But while we were waiting in the hospital for my cervix to dilate further, I kept doing exercises so that I can fasten up the labor process. Because truth be told, I didn't want to stay in this labor pains for too long. So I had to do every exercise, and obviously my husband had to help me out. He was very supportive, trying to make sure that he assists me with the exercise. In fact, my husband was my exercise coach all through my pregnancy journey to help this baby come out. So he was helping me. We were doing this dog walk, and then I also did some squatting with the nurses. I was just doing every exercise back to back so that this baby can finally push out or come out. I was just hoping that this actually progresses the labor because it was not funny. The pains was just not here. Sometimes the contraction will come, it will hold my leg, wake me. You can see it here. My husband had to help to massage my back so that to relieve the pain and all. But the nurses were laughing at me, saying that I'm not yet in serious labor because since I'm smiling and I could even move my legs, means I'm not yet in labor pains. I don't know what they're expecting me to do, if I should shout or scream, but I know I'm the only one that know what I'm actually facing here.
1 centimeter dilation and doctor says it's not enough and I'm having labor pains every 5 minutes and I am tired.
So I was just 1 centimeter dilated and there was no progress. Labor was not progressing. So my husband had to finally say that we need to go home because we're not sure of how long it's going to take before the cervix fully dilate. So it was better to go home and go do the laboring at home than staying confined in a hospital room for hours with no certainty if the labor is progressing or not. So we had to finally go home and we left around 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. Friday morning was when we left the hospital. We arrived at the hospital around 12 a.m. and left by 2 a.m. At this point, I was already very,
Centimeter can be
very weak. My
Why?
one
legs
centimeter. Don't
actually
worry, you'll be
hooked. I
fine.
couldn't even enter the car.
No.
And the shocking
Don't
part
be.
was that I was just one
Just try.
centimeter dilated.
Baby,
And I was just wondering how
Don't worry,
far
it's
am
fine.
I going to go? How
So
far
get
am I
home,
going to
relax
keep
some
bearing this pain? And how
minutes.
far these pains will
Then
keep
continue with the
coming.
exercise.
So, but
Don't
anyway,
worry.
I have to try and libang. Then we went home.
Sleepless night. Baby,
So,
come out now. Come out.
so we're trying our best to give you guys the update of how things are going. So you know about the fact that we had to come back home because I was just 1 centimeter dilated. So all through the night, it was not funny. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't
Damn, it's no
sleep.
easy,
The
honestly.
contractions were just coming and going, coming and going. I couldn't sleep. Now this is 8 o'clock a.m.
In the morning.
in the morning. 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning, Friday, and
14th of March, actually.
14th of March, 8 o'clock a.m. So right now, I want to do my best to make sure this baby comes out. So first thing first is I want to have my breakfast to get energized and then start up with exercise, serious exercise, so that this baby comes out at all costs, because the more I delay, the more the baby will be struggling to find a way to
The
come
one
out.
yawning nice, as if I'm the one that is pregnant.
At least my husband has been trying.
Guys,
He
it's not
slept
easy.
very late. Every
I was
time
sleeping and waking up
I just had to let him
because I had to
rest.
make sure that I'm there now. What to do? It's my work. So we're gonna have breakfast this morning, or she's gonna have breakfast,
I'm going to
and
have
then
breakfast.
we are going straight up to exercising. We want to push the baby out. Yes, so we're gonna do all the necessary exercise so that make sure that we'll have our baby today, not tomorrow. Alright, so that when we go to the hospital, they can tell us, okay, you're 8 centimeter, you're 10 centimeter, and then baby's
We
out.
had to leave. We couldn't stay in the hospital. 1 centimeter. It was not encouraging.
It was gonna be like very exhausting to stay in the hospital, so
Yes.
it was best
So it's
that
best that
we
we came back.
we came back. So we came back. That was 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. midnight. No, we went by 12, and then we came back by 2. You know. So let's update you guys. Oh my God. Again, Abby. No.
God is with us.
Yes.
God is with us.
That's my name, Emmanuel.
Yes, God is with
God
us.
is Baby, come out. Do.
While having breakfast, the pains came back, and at this point, I was hooked. I had to drop my tea, whatever I was taking, the bread and the tea, and the pains was just really, really uncomfortable. I could feel it from my back. It was like a ring of fire from my back to my front to my waist to my legs, every part of me. I was just feeling heavy cramp. This is more than menstrual cramps. This was intense pain. So after having breakfast, I went down to my exercise. I resumed my exercise because I just have to keep on going. I can't lay
So
down
you're doing it by the
because
side, Abby?
lying down was not even helping issues, and sitting down wasn't helping issues. I know I just have to keep on going. We didn't walk through this pains. So my husband was just there assisting me. So I was just doing staircase exercise, walking on the staircase. This will really, really help to push the baby down to the cervix and help to open up the cervix further. So I was doing all the exercises that I could do. These are side lunges. I was doing this one, really helping a lot. At least this exercise really helps to relieve the pains a bit, especially back pains. Because of the serious back pains, these exercises are really, really helpful. But sometimes you can really get tired. I actually got tired at a point, sometimes demoralized to even continue because the pains was not just here, the back pains and all. But my husband, with his magic keys, gave me that hope, that renewal of motivation to continue. So after the kiss, I had to be motivated because he kept reminding me of one thing. You can do this and we can't wait to see your little one. Just keep doing this for her. So we're doing this just to see our little one. And the fact that her daddy can't wait to see her, I was really more motivated to keep on going. Even after the
Match, match,
staircase
match, match,
exercise,
match, match.
we went down to take a walk, which is
You
very
can do it,
important.
babe. No?
I knew that if I want the labor to progress, I just have to keep being on the go, keep being on the move. At least that will help the baby's head to keep progressing, to keep on pushing downward towards the cervix to open it up. So I was doing every exercise. I even did online too. I had to tune into on YouTube to join labor inducing exercises. And this exercise was very helpful because it really, really relieved a lot of pains from my back pain and a lot.
Together, little side to side tap and pull, pull, bend those knees, nice. Tap those heels together, thinking about getting a little bit lower in those.
I just have to do it. I kept going and do you know what? Above all, my husband is the most intentional one in this. Like he had to go do barb his hair, do a new haircut just for our baby so that he will look fresh and sweet for his baby. So that when our baby comes out, she will see how handsome her dada is. And obviously, her dad is very, very cute and handsome. Towards the evening, the labor pains or contractions kept increasing and increasing and increasing. I was just trying to breathe through the pains. Anytime the pain starts, it was coming intensively. And this time, it was no longer every 5 minutes. It was not like every 3 minutes, every 3 minutes. And I can't explain what what this was because even looking at this, I could remember what I was going through, and it was really, really emotional. I felt like I was going to die because I felt so weak, but I just had to keep on bearing the pain. I had to keep managing the pain even though I felt like going to the hospital, I felt like ending this all of a sudden. Thank God that my husband was just there to pull me through in all this. I just had to kept on bearing it and managing the pain. It was not funny at all because it was as if I wanted to die because the pains was every three minutes. I had to join the hallelujah challenge in this because I needed that motivation. I needed that reminder that God is with me. I needed that reminder that I am not alone. He has not abandoned me in this stage. He has not left me behind. That I can do this. That I can do this. Many have gone through this phase and come out victoriously. That I could do this. I was just praying to God to help me, to show me mercy, because it was not here at all. Can't even explain the pains I was feeling that day. Nothing I did could stop the pains from coming. I laid down, I ran, everything. The pains were just kept coming and coming and coming. My husband was already emotional. Him too, he was paralyzed. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to help me. And at a point, we just finally had to decide to go to the hospital. We left in the hospital
Abby,
around
what's it called?
10 p.m. 10 p.m. We started taking the move to the hospital. I had to also speak to my mom. Thank God for my mom. Thank God for my mother-in-law that were always there to help me. My mother-in-law too didn't even know what to do. She was just looking at me and she was just like, be strong, my daughter, be strong, my daughter. My mom kept calling and calling and calling just to be sure because obviously she wanted to make sure that her first daughter is strong in this phase. for me, I had to hold on. I just had to hold on because I had people around me that needed me. My husband, my mother-in-law, my loved ones. So I just kept on being strong for them. So we got to the hospital. This was around this was around 10:45, and the doctor actually checked me and they saw I was 4 centimeter dilated. My husband felt so bad that with all the pains I am going through, it's just 4 centimeter. They had to put injection on my arms. I didn't even know what that was, but I don't care. I didn't care. The pains was what I was just so focused on because it was just so much. I didn't even know what was going on any longer because at this point I was not just myself anymore. 4 centimeter dilated, and this is what I am going through. My husband was just very angry because he was like, how long will I keep going through this pain? So this pain is just for 4 centimeter. We've not gone far. That's, oh God. He was just asking me to hold on. He was doing everything he can, the little he can, just to make sure the pain stopped by rubbing my back. Though it helped relieve the pain a bit, but it was not just still helping. I was just so tired. I was just asking God, show me mercy. God, show me mercy. God, show me mercy. That was the only words coming out from my mouth because I was not more myself anymore. It just reminded small thing for me to naked in the hospital. But my husband was always there reassuring me that everything is fine. Everything is fine. But I know that I was tired. I was just so weak and tired. The nurse came to check my vitals, to check my blood pressure, check my everything to be sure that I'm okay. But as she was even checking, no more contractions pain started again. And this time the pains were coming every 2 minutes. Three. In fact, it was coming every three. That was the consistency of the time every 3 minutes. It was not even giving me time to breathe or to even relax. See me, I had to finally relax on the nurse body. The nurse was telling me that I should calm down, that it's even good that it's coming every 2 minutes, mean that the labor is progressing. But I knew I was just very tired. I can't even take it any longer. Pains were just coming. The nurse was happy. They really, really tried to really calm me down. The nurses were very good, trying to keep me going, trying to encourage me that I can do this, that it's normal for the pains to be this way, means that labor is progressing. And I should just have it in mind that my baby can't wait to see me, that my baby is excited to see me. So that's why the baby is doing everything possible to come. At least I should be grateful. And because of it, it gave me the courage to go take a walk because I can't also wait to see my baby. If my baby is excited to see me, if my baby wants to come and see me, I am also excited to see her as well. So I kept on pushing to make it easier for the two of us, for me and my baby, so my baby don't have to struggle. At this point, I got paralyzed. My legs were already weak. I couldn't even walk again. And I just stayed like this. I don't know what I was doing here. If anybody asks me, I cannot remember.
Oh shit.
Ah, you will not understand. You won't. So I was rushed to the labor room because it was as if the pains was unbearable. And when they checked me, I was 6 centimeter gone. In less than an hour, I was 10 centimeter dilated. And then it was now ready to push. It was now time to push my baby girl. And after 3 minutes of pushing, God did it. My baby was out. Finally, I could hold my angel. After hours of labor, after hours of everything, I had my baby in my arms. I was so happy. You could see that at the point everything was gone. Like I was so happy and thankful to God. I was holding my baby in my arms and she was so cute. God showed me mercy. Eroi showed me mercy. I am really thankful that after everything, He didn't leave me stranded. I carried my bundle of joy. My joy was in my arms, and I was so thankful and grateful to God. My husband was here analyzing our baby girl. He was actually trying to see the features she got from him, starting from her hair. He was actually admiring this hair and coming with the fact that I'm actually a hair growth expert. I was actually very happy that my baby has hair, and trust me, that hair is going to enjoy in my arms, not suffer, enjoy in my arms. And then he was actually admiring the leaves. He's like, she got my lips, she got my lips too. See, she got my lips. But why is this so? After carrying a child for 9 months and going through that pains, she will come out looking like her dad. He was saying that she took his nose. Oh God, I will not believe this. She's just a newborn baby, and gradually her face may change, her features may change. So don't celebrate yet, Oga. But anyway, if she ends up looking at her daddy, he actually deserved this because this man stood by me all through the way, all through my 9 months journey. He went for my antenatal. He never missed any of my antenatal classes. I am thankful for my husband because I was able to pull through this journey of motherhood, this journey of pregnancy, all because of him. Always going for antenatal classes. He never missed any doctor's appointment and was always there with me for antenatal classes. So the next day we were discharged after them checking the mother and the baby and saw that we both were okay. The doctors told us that we can finally go home. And I was so happy because I came to this hospital and now living with my bundle of joy. So excited, so thankful to God for showing us mercy, for being there for us, for giving me the strength to do this, and then for
Someone
making
choking.
sure that I gave birth with no complications, no tear,
Someone choking.
nothing missing, nothing
Someone
broken.
choking.
And right now, we are going home with our bundle of joy. My baby girl is going home, and I pray for every expectant mom that you too will also carry your bundle of joy. If you'll be expecting a child, you will experience the joy of motherhood. And if you're pregnant, don't worry, you're going to go into that favor room and come out with your baby in your arms, just like
Wait,
I
before
came
you
out
enter,
with
hold on.
mine. You're going to be
Let me see
victorious
this
in your
little
own
baby.
too. There'll be nothing
Oh,
broken, nothing missing.
babe.
See my baby girl,
Oh,
looking so sweet,
babe.
cute, and dashing. I love this girl a lot, and I can't explain the
Wait, let me
joy
lock from the other side.
I have or I get
Can you stay
whenever
on the
I
phone?
see her. And I'm thankful
Okay.
to God,
Don't lock it.
thankful for everything He has done. We are finally
Babe.
leaving. Thank you,
God bless
hospital.
you.
Bye bye. And if you enjoyed this vlog, please do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe so that you can get more of
The bag.
our videos, more of more content from us. If you want to see more of our content, please do well to subscribe because we are going to be sharing more of our journey as parents.
Hello.
We're going to be sharing our story as new parents to our baby girl. So please, I beg you, please subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platform, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook, so you don't miss out on any content that comes from Lucy
Thank you,
and Emmy.
Jesus.
And then obviously from our
Jesus.
little baby angel. So please
My
do well
precious
to
one.
subscribe. Now we are heading home, and thank you so much for watching and following us. Please subscribe. Subscribe.